Okay guys, now that we have learned about cityscapes and we've learned about the artist from New York, James Rizzi, and the cool cityscapes he made, it's time for us to make our cityscape today. And we're going to be making our city look like a James Rizzi cityscape. Our buildings are going to have cute little faces, and we're also going to have a sun and a moon in the picture at the same time. So, first thing we're going to do is we have to make sure our paper is going the right way. So, our paper today is going tall, like a portrait, kind of like we did our scarecrows not too long ago. Tall, remember, this one is going long. This is our long landscape. We want it tall. Now, when I gave you your paper a little bit ago, I handed everybody their paper already going this way. So if you didn't move it, it should still be going tall. But make sure your paper is taller than it is wide. And we are only going to have 2 buildings in our city, okay? Because it's going to take us a little bit to color this and draw. So we're only going to put 2 buildings in here. So our first building is going to be really tall. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find about the middle of my paper, okay? So I'm going to come down here at the very bottom, see where my fingers are down here at the bottom, and I'm going to come in to about the middle, and I'm going to go almost, well, go a little bit past halfway, okay? So watch, I'm going to start down here at the bottom in the middle, and I'm going to draw a straight line up about halfway up my paper. And if you make yours a little bit more than halfway, that's fine. If it's a little bit below, it's fine. Remember, ish drawings, they don't have to be perfect. So I've got a line going right in the middle of my paper, but it doesn't go all the way to the top. And this is what we call a vertical line. Vertical lines go up and down. Then I'm going to draw a line over here to the left side of my paper. This one's a horizontal line. Horizontal lines go from left to right. Do they have to be perfectly straight? Absolutely not. Remember, ish drawings. Ish. Okay, we're going to start with our 2 buildings first, our 2 rectangles. So I've got my big rectangle, and then I'm going to draw my little rectangle down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down a little bit on my line here. So I'm not going to come all the way down because I need room to make his face and give him a door and window. So I'm going to come down just a little bit, and I'm going to draw another horizontal line over to the right side of my paper. Okay? So it kind of looks like a stair, almost. It's like going down a set of stairs. I've got a tall one and a short one. And then once I have these 2 buildings drawn, then I'm ready to start adding in all those cool features that make it look just like a James Rizzi cityscape. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this triangle roof on our short building. So I'm going to show you a quick way to draw a triangle. Find your horizontal line and come to the middle. Then you come up a little bit and make a dot. So again, horizontal line, find the middle, come up and make just a tiny little dot. Just has to be big enough for you to see it. And then from my dot down to the corner of the building, I'm going to draw a diagonal line. Diagonal lines are slanted. Okay? So from my dot to the corner, I draw a diagonal line. And then my dot to my other corner, I make another diagonal line. And now I've got a triangle roof. Very cool. Okay, now on top of this triangle, I'm going to make a circle. Okay, now, this next building, it kind of looks like a cake on top. Kind of looks like a wedding cake on top. It's two rectangles. Well, actually, this one's a rectangle. That one kind of looks like a square. So I'm going to draw a rectangle and then like a square on top. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start by making a rectangle on top. And I want my rectangle to be shorter than my line. Okay? And then I want to draw another one on top. Now in my example, this one kind of looked like a square and this one looks more like a rectangle. Does it matter if it's more square or more rectangle? Nope, doesn't matter at all. We're just adding a cool design on top of our building. Okay, so you guys finish that. I'm going to lower one of my blinds here and then starting to get some sunshine down here at the bottom. Can't see, so I'm going to close that blind real quick while you guys are drawing these rectangles on top of your building, and then we're going to move on and start getting our buildings their faces. Now, as you can see from my example, we have to have eyebrows, eyes, a nose, a mouth, a door, and a window. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to fit in this building. So can we draw things really, really big? No. Like I can't make my eyes this big, can I? Because I'm going to have room for anything else. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom and I'm going to draw a little door and a little window. Now, as you can see, is my door even as big as my finger? No, it's only about half of my finger, so it's really tiny. So I'm going to draw a tiny little rectangle door at the bottom. And don't forget to add your little circle doorknob. And then I'm going to draw a window next to it. Now, to put the design in the middle, I'm going to make like a plus sign in math. I'm sure you guys know what a plus sign looks like, right? You draw a vertical line down and a horizontal line across, and that puts the little window. Makes my window look like it's in a house. Okay, so I got my little door, little window. Okay, then we need to give her a smile. So we draw a smiley face. And then we got to give her the two little smiley faces on the edge for her cheeks. Then we need to make her lips. Now to make her lips, watch what I do. On top, I'm going to draw two rainbow lines, like a sideways number 3. And then below, I just draw a little smiley face. And that's going to give her some lips. Now, for her nose, watch how I do her nose. I'm going to make a sideways smiley line, sideways smiley face. See how my smiley face is sideways. And then underneath, I draw a regular smiley face. And that gives her that cute little nose. Now, for her eyes, I'm going to start with 2 horizontal lines. So I draw 2 little horizontal lines, which kind of makes it look like she's sleeping right now, right? She kind of looks like she's sleeping. But we're going to fix that. We're going to wake her up here in just a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an upside down U over each of her eyes. An upside down U. But now I need to add these dark spots. These are what we call the pupil of her eye. So here in the corner, I'm going to make a sideways rainbow line. Sideways rainbow line, and we'll color those black here in a minute once we start coloring. And then the last thing this building needs are 2 rainbow line eyebrows. And she is finished. So go ahead and make sure you've got your door, your window, your smile with lips, your cute little nose, 2 eyes with the size rainbow line pupils, and the 2 eyebrows. So take another minute or so and finish that up, and then we're going to work on our guy over here. Now we're going to be following some of the same steps because he's got 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, a door, and a window. So we're pretty much going to be following some of the same steps, but his face looks completely different from hers, right? Like for instance, it looks like he's wearing glasses. See how I added these extra lines? And it looks like he has on a pair of glasses. His nose is different from hers. His mouth is different from hers. But his door and window look about the same, don't they? Yeah, they're about the same. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start with the door and the window. I'm going to give him a door with a doorknob. And then I'm going to give him a window. And again, his window needs a little design in the middle. Vertical line in the middle. Horizontal line in the middle, like a plus sign. And then right above his door and window, he needs a smiley face with 2 little smiley faces on the edge for his cheeks. Right above his smiley face, we're going to give him a little rectangle nose. And then the last thing he needs are 2 rectangle windows. And these are going to be his eyes. These windows are actually going to turn into his eyes. So draw your 2 rectangles, and then I'm going to show you how to make them look like a pair of glasses. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a little dot in between each rectangle. Little dot. And then I'm going to draw a line right in the middle between his glasses. So draw a line right in the middle between the 2 rectangles, because this is going to make his glasses. So we start with that line right there in the middle. We're not drawing a line through his rectangle eyes, just in the middle. And then I'm going to come over, and in the middle I'm going to draw over to the edge of my paper. And then I'm going to come back over to this side, and same thing, from the middle to the next building over. And now it looks like he's wearing a pair of glasses. Okay, last thing we need to draw is the sun and the moon. So we're going to put the sun over top of our guy. So we're just going to start with a circle. And then 2 dots for eyes. And then we're going to draw a sideways smiley face. And then a smiley face underneath for his nose. And then we're going to give our sun a smiley face with 2 little smiley faces for his cheeks. Cute little sun. And then above her, We have the moon, and it's only like a crescent moon, just a little bit. So I'm going to start by drawing the letter C. Draw the letter C. And then draw a sideways smiley face in between. And that makes a crescent. Kind of looks like a banana. And we're going to draw a little eye. So I kind of made like a little football shape, little triangle there for his eye. Another little triangle for his nose. And then a half a smiley face with another smiley face for his cheek. And now we have a moon. We have the sun, the moon, and our two buildings. So go ahead and finish this up, and then we're going to start coloring. So once you're done with all that, you don't need your pencil anymore. You can put that up, and you can get out your bag of markers and crayons. Okay, now one thing that James Rizzi always did with his paintings was that everything was outlined with black, and then he painted it all in. So we're going to get our black marker out. This is the only marker we're going to use today. Only marker we're going to use today is black. Now, this is going to take a little bit, but we have to go over every single line we drew on this paper with our black marker. So let's take a couple minutes and just start outlining every single thing we drew. So I'm going to start up here at the top with my moon, and I'm going to outline everything I drew. And then I'm just going to keep outlining. I'm going to start with my first building, and I'm just going to go over every single one of my pink Sharpie lines and turn them all black. So you're going to go over all of your pencil lines and turn them all black. We shouldn't have any pencil lines or any pink Sharpie showing by the time we're done. So this is going to take us a little bit, but that's okay. We've got time. We're going to outline everything. So if it's pink on my paper, I'm making it black. If it's pencil on your paper, you need to make it black. Okay, I think I've got everything on my picture. You guys are probably not finished yet, which is fine. So I'm done. So I'm going to snap my cap, and put my marker up. So for this project, I'm going to let you color your buildings however you want to. I'm not going to have you guys color along with me because I want you guys to color your cities and make them look different and unique. So once you're done with your black marker, snap that cap and then put it back in your bag. And then you can get out your crayons, because remember, the black was the only marker we used today. Get out your crayons and you can color your picture any way you want. Now, if you want to copy my example and you want to color it exactly the way I did, that is perfectly fine. Or if you want to color your buildings different colors, go right ahead. This time you get to make the choice of what colors to use. So take the rest of art class today and finish coloring. And when it's time to clean up, I'll let you know. But for right now, you got a few more minutes to color, probably about 10 minutes or so. So get your pictures colored. Remember, color neatly, color lightly, stay in the lines, and fill in the whole space. And most importantly, as always, have fun. So I'm going to leave my example up for you to see. But until next time.